And thanks for giving this opportunity, to share my experience. That will really be productive for some people who's really looking into an upskill their career and change of into the Salesforce platform. Uh, so let me tell you about myself. A small introduction. I'm Dinesh Kumar Dharanidharan, based in Chennai, actually. So I have 12 years of experience. I worked pretty much in manual QA automation. Later, I got a scope to work with a Salesforce quality analyst. That's a quality specialist, actually, in particular. So where I started, the kick started with Salesforce. Then with a chance that I have to work on pretty much with a lot of functionalities that I have to work to understand the quality testing activities, where I got excited with the functionalities what Salesforce is currently with. And I just completed my administration, and I got a chance to move over as an administrator, as an a BA. So I've been worked as a Salesforce QA administrator and BA as well, and turning myself into a developer right now. So hope my path change, in the career of Salesforce will give some insights to you, and some of the queries can be answered to you to kickstart your career to the Salesforce platform. Let me share my screen. Let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Okay. Okay. This is the introduction session that just been done now. I'm just going to go for a couple of slides that I prepared that would answer your queries, and what I'm going to put today in the session. So we have a session agenda. Like, can I? So couple of things like would run your mind, or even it. These are the same questions which I ran in my mind. Couldn't able to fix it, but still, when I just took a one step ahead that answers everything, and you will get the answers once you kickstart your career in the Salesforce. So first thing is, can I shift my career to Salesforce? um, and how I understand the Salesforce QA or admin role, because everything what comes with up currently you've been in a QA role or even in a Salesforce administrator role, whatever it is, we have some prerequisite that we need to keep going, on the same roles, and we need to understand the functionalities of admin role. That's the major difference it makes to quick start with Salesforce. So for anything, the benchmark is going to be admin task. So where did I started, and how did I practiced, and how I prepared the resume and for interviews. These things I hope will give a lot of answers to you to kickstart with the Salesforce platform. Uh, so the first question comes into your mind is, can I shift my career to Salesforce? So you might be working as in a BA, QA, or as a developer, not in a Salesforce in general, in any platform, or a Scrum Master, I could say, or a product support. Anyone, anyone from any support system or operation system. Definitely, you can shift into the Salesforce. Yes, you can shift to Salesforce QA if you are a QA person, and you can even change into an administration if you complete the certification and understand the task of administration. And if you are a person who is currently working as a business analyst and you want to go with an operation side and communicate and collaborate more with the stakeholders and the business influencers, yeah, definitely you can do the Salesforce BA certifications. And developers, yes, it's obvious, like any developer who can really shift it to the Salesforce development, because the coding language which is used here is in a generic way. That's a Salesforce dot support. Okay. So for everything, and there is one more role I just missed here. That is Salesforce Scrum Master. You could be seeing like as a Scrum Master, what is the Salesforce Scrum Master? Yes, I do see as like a few requirements that the company shoots up. A Scrum Master should have certain certification for Salesforce or a better knowledge that he or she can understand the Salesforce functionalities. That gives more scope to work with. I mean, to ease the uh, team work. They can easily remove the hustles and blockers to work with the Scrum team. So there are a lot of been openings for even for the Scrum Master with the requirement of Salesforce Scrum Master. So you can add that role as well. So any person or any role you can just fit into these 5 roles what have been displayed. Okay, and for everything the prerequisite is understanding the admin concepts. So you start anything, if you want to become Salesforce QA, admin, BA, or developer, or a Scrum Master, everything there is a prerequisite which I preferred and I learned is an admin concepts. So it covers most of the concepts to understand the in and out of the functionality of the Salesforce and gives more scope you to hop onto the Salesforce platform. Okay. Uh, Okay. Uh, the next thing is understanding on Salesforce administrator or quality analyst role. This is not particularly with the quality analyst in generic. I'm talking about more things on the Salesforce. So what we have to consider to perform in a quality or a testing activities or a Salesforce administrator. I have listed out a very generic tasks here that everyone need to cope up with and understand the concept so that they can kickstart their career into Salesforce. First one, I would like to say like admin, as I mentioned, to understand this concept again, coming back to that, the prerequisite is admin concepts. So I just morely focus on the admin because as it's a prerequisite, so admin role is only type of an operational. So the type of an admin is an operational that you learn everything in a supportive way. So admin set up users and security measures, process, and they maintain data on the Salesforce platform. This is a basic thing. And when it comes to a QA, yes, definitely when you set up the users, that is going to be tested by the QA team. And to set up the user, and if you need the requirement, definitely BA part is that they need to collaborate with the stakeholders and get the requirements as well. And to work on it, a Scrum Master is definitely required. Okay, if it is going to be more into a development way, I mean more coding, but probably like Salesforce just minimizes the coding. It's a no low code or no code, as Prabhu, I believe he had mentioned a lot of things on that. So it's a no code or low code things, so, but still there are certain things that's very much customization, more particular with the customers or the clients. We need to go for a development. In such case, the developers are required. So everything comes in the part of admin. Okay, so it is more operational, and all the Salesforce there are experts in the organization will kickstart as an admin. They have to learn the admin concepts and the requirement skills that we have in. I believe most of the people are in 6+ and 7+ of years of experience. You could have obtained everything, whatever the required skills here: communication, analyzing skills, and time management, problem solving skills. Yes, this is all like whatever you role work with, you gonna upskill yourself with only with these required skills. So we have to definitely carry these skills to make ourselves into the next level. And some of the admin tasks that you have to learn is like to understand as well, to play all the roles which I mentioned earlier, I stated earlier, like QA, BA, Scrum Master, or whatever, like developer. So these admin tasks is a mandatory things, and you have to get the knowledge of these things so that you can kickstart with the Salesforce. So setting up the Salesforce or setting up the users, configuring the security and access settings. That means it could be in a data level or a object level, more the admin stuff, and creating the custom objects and maintaining the fields of them, managing sales and marketing applications. We do have different clouds in the Salesforce that's been detailedly knowledge has been shared by Prabhu in the previous session and the demo sessions actually. So the sales and marketing applications, the service and support applications that you have to go in and out, what exactly is happening, what is the functionality, what are the activities, and which role plays what functionalities. That's a major thing. And managing the data, because we do have a huge security system in the Salesforce that manages the data. Definitely that managing the data and data security is one of the biggest importance in the Salesforce, that only done by the administrators. And building the reports and dashboards, yes, we're going to project the data as well to the certain level of users. So we need to give them in more detail of reports and dashboards that they can view and what they can view. Again, it's again in a security system that plays a key role here. So you can't display the data which is not supposed to see by one person and which supposed to see by another person. So there is a data security. So understanding these concepts, these are all admin tasks, and creating a process automations. Process automations can be in flows, triggers, and also the um, uh, what is that, case managements, case assignment levels. These all comes under process automation. So these things can be managed without the code. We are not going to write any code in the process automation mostly. So this can be managed in the Salesforce without the code. So we have to understand that managing the sandbox and the production environments. We have dev environments, QA environments, and UAT environments. So everything need to be have an individual user and login credentials. Though we have to manage each and every sandbox environment and the health of the org as well. If we have any data that is being stuffed into that, piled up, which is unwanted, we need to do the cleanup as well. So that is also an admin task. So, and train the Salesforce users. Someone is getting into a new to the organization, and he or she is being kickstart as a support team for the Salesforce. Yes, we have to create a user, and we have to give certain knowledge sharing sessions to them how to use it. So for and communicating with the stakeholders is the last but not the least thing. We need to communicate with the stakeholders or the business influences to get more understanding on the requirements, and you can also go with some brainstorming sessions to perform with and get a better knowledge to document them and work on it. So all the admin tasks, what I have been stated here, will definitely will have an influence on all the roles. Not though it is stated as an admin task, definitely some person who is working in the Salesforce platform will come across this. So as a developer, if you are creating some code, we're gonna test it. However, as an admin, we gonna create the low code and no code changes here we are doing today. Again, that is also going to be tested by a QA person. And for gathering all these requirements, we need a BA, right? So you can play anywhere. It depends upon your strength. Okay. And where did I started? Yeah. I started when I was working as a QA. I was very much interested. So I started in Trailhead. Um, um, because that's a major platform that you get more knowledge on that. I mean, when I don't have any sessions to attend at that time, and I don't have any scope to do that as well, because my company was just giving that some time to me to build up my upsell my Salesforce uh, knowledge. So I started in the Trailhead actually. So I kickstarted over there and understand that all the functionalities, how the admin performs, what the admin performs, and how can I test it. So we go to the trailhead and playgrounds that we have, and we're gonna perform. Each person or any resource that who gonna enroll with the trailhead, they will have multiple sessions or a playgrounds that they can open, and they just play around. They just go ahead and play around what they learned. As an admin, if you want to do that as a tester, yes, whatever you build, you just test it in the scope as an client or a customer perspective. So if I'm creating one of the flow in the process automation, I do have a lot of conditions that need to be pulled out. Yes, definitely I try to break that one in somehow. So when you want to make a code or break a code, it needs both things. You need to keep in mind that you understand the concepts first. So I do have some scope in doing that. So I started working on the trailhead. I did a lot of things, a lot of hands-on in the playgrounds, performing almost all the admin activities. Yeah, still we have limitations because we don't get that full version, but somehow if you have scope that you have been a person in a QA for Salesforce QA, or an admin, you want to jump into the next level, yeah, definitely you have a lot of scope to do that, because already one of the full edition of platforms will be holding on your systems. So you can kickstart with that and do whatever you want. Do the mistakes that, but still you can learn it a lot of more with that. What I did actually. So I used to do both testing and also the development. That is nothing but the configuration with the low code. I start doing the configurations and testing it and try to break it. That's what, as a QA, what I learned. So I try to do that, and I learned a lot of concepts in that. And the practice, yes, it's definitely performing testing activities on what you built. That's what I am talking about. So you have a lot of internet stuff, that a lot of exercises. When you get it, we have use cases. Try to build each and every use cases which you feel like it's more difficulty, still it is, you can do it, and you perform it, you configure it, and after that you do the testing activity on the same. So write a document for that. What I did, I write the document. What are the input? What are the fields I have to create? What are the objects I have to create in the Salesforce? And then afterwards, building the functionality, or making the requirement as without any gaps, as a deployment. And after that, I perform the testing on the same, writing the scenarios. So as a QA. So that's how I started practicing it. To be a more admin stuff, to complete my Salesforce administrator stuff. Because even if you are doing an Salesforce administration, the testing people will gonna do the Salesforce QA, and before they do, they have to understand the admin task as well. They should know the flows. We call it like white box testing, right? Black box testing is something different with white box testing. So it need to have path coverage, and here we do have a path coverage flows, and how the data flows from one part to one object to another object, or one field to another field. So these are all things that I learned performing testing activities and what I built, and understanding how the data flows. And the last one is how I prepared the resume is like, yes, this could be little humiliating, but still I want to tell, like, whatever the platform you work, no need to state that you are working on a Salesforce or not. I believe I still remember that um, Prabhu mentioned, like, it is not anything platform specific or a domain specific. Salesforce is using anywhere. I mean, it could be in a yeah, healthcare departments, or an insurance, or in banking systems, or investment system, finance systems, wherever it is. Like, they are using Salesforce everywhere as a business to run, as to build their own business and maintain their business. So if you are working in some system, don't hesitate, like, to say like you use Salesforce. That doesn't matter. Actually, it only builds up your knowledge. You need to build up your knowledge, and to be like more confident that you worked for, you practiced for. So never bother about the domain what you work for. Just go with the platform. What I did, like, I've been worked in a lot of platforms. It's an insurance and banking sectors. Though I didn't used it for a Salesforce, yet still I imagine myself doing these activities for that platform. You know, just work on the activity. I mean, functionalities and activities. What I did, the which I practice, that gives you more knowledge to handle the interview sessions, and just post the same thing in the resume. That's what I did actually. And to kickstart with, I prefer like to kickstart with Sales Cloud and Service Cloud first. That is easy understanding concepts. You find it like to in and out, um, because everywhere most of the companies uses the Salesforce and Service Cloud, Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. They do manage the business with the Salesforce. Once the business is done, the potential customer is in. After the each order is submitted or fulfilled, the Service Cloud plays a key role that they support the customers. So all the organizations will have definitely a package of Sales and Cloud and Service Cloud. So after that, you can go for Marketing Cloud, CPQ, or Revenue Cloud. So this is the next steps. Like, once you complete the Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, you can just go for and learn more about Marketing Cloud and CPQ, Revenue Cloud. But the concepts to learn, the best thing is like first to kickstart with sales and service cloud. So you can start doing working on sales and service cloud. How it works? What are the activities? That's an administrator level to perform. And yeah, that's it from my end. And I have a last slide with an question and answers or any open suggestions you have. Yeah, you can share with me. I'm very much open to the suggestions.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's fantastic content, Dinesh. Thank you very much. I got a couple of questions. Let me take one by one. Thanks for guys, people who gave an introduction in the chat window. I'm able to read all those comments. Let me take one by one each and every questions. So yeah, yeah. Question from Sundar, like, what is the create the process automation in the sense? Can you explain? So he will be more want to be know what are the process automation going to be done with the administration point of view, Dinesh. I hope you pretty much covered, even though it's good to be addressed again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks, Prabhu. Process automation is something related more with the complex functionalities. Like you want to create a data or an updated data, and at the back end, you want to run some functionality that user doesn't see it. Okay. The first thing is the most particular thing what we see it like once a user is creating something, a case, but on the UI, you can see that he's entering something. He's entering some data, email ID, first name, last name. But after creating it, where does it save and what is supposed to happen? A simple understanding is like once a user is created, he'll get an email, right? If you are a user in a Gmail, just think like you are signing up and creating an account, but you will get an email automatically. That is one of the process automation. How do they know like the email should get into your email box? It's not a simple thing like just one click we see it. As a user we see it in a one click, but there is a lot of process automation. That is automation done by within the system. When should it trigger? So once a user is sign up, the automation triggers and the email is sent with the details what he's been mentioned in the sign up. So the email will send directly to your inbox. So in the same way we do have multiple automation process in the Salesforce. So record trigger flows, screen flows, and schedule flows, and process automation in the case managements, assignment roles, escalation rules. These are all process automation. You don't need to manually divert the cases, or you don't need to manually assign the cases to some person. You can automate it and keep it ready within the system. Once the task is hit, the system knows is certain things is coming to you and where should it go. That is being predefined by the Salesforce administrator. Hope it answered your question. If you are not much clear, yeah, I can give more examples if you want.
Yeah, I think he got that, but I didn't see any message from his end. Yeah, you have pretty much covered, Dinesh. Top of that, I would like to add one more point with respect to the process automation. Again, the name itself is a self-explanatory. We need to be do automate the process flow. So we will be keep hearing the word, doing the validation point or development point. There will be a business use case and process flow and process use cases. So in order to do that automation, the process flow will be defining. You gave a good example where we need to be login, so there will be email trigger. Likewise, there will be a lot of other areas in Salesforce administration side where exactly the process automation fall under the category of saying the no code and low code. So as Dinesh mentioned, there will be a lot of tools. I would like to highlight one more time here. Approval process is there, flows, workflow rule, and process builder. There will be some of the items has been deprecated, the workflow rules and process builder. So now majorly the
Yes.
flow is taking a major point, and then approval process. So there we don't want to do any scripting, but there will be a slight like a validation analysis kind of formulas we need to be right. That is the reason we will be calling a low code, or else it will be a no code automation. So whenever we say in Salesforce there will be a no code or low code, it will be completely redirecting into that module process automation. that you want to catch up, you guys. So let me check the next question. Please help us. Where do we get use cases like by any chance? Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Dinesh.
I can share you the link in the chat after this session for the use cases. But we have an multiple, you know, multiple use cases that defines on the functionality level. If you want to go with a, as Prabhu stated, we have approval process. Um, we have flows that been splitted into different states, schedule trigger, record trigger, screen flows. So we have to know like which flow we want to implement. So I would say for better understanding before working on the use cases, you understand the concept, but yet still I'll share the use cases to you where we can find it.
Okay, sounds great. And again, another question from Sundar. People come on, come up with your queries. I can able to see only Sundar query. I would like to be expect, even though if it is very silly or very basic questions, it's not a big deal. So please come up with your questions. Or if you feel free to unmute yourself, yeah, please raise your hand. We will take one by one. Okay. The next question from Sundar. Should we also know should we also know how to write Apex trigger apart from the flows? It's a really good question.
Yes, I would say like it's our better understanding. We should know that. So if you want to become a developer, the basic thing is like triggers. So it starts with when we don't have, as we stated, like low code and no code. It's but still they have a limitations. It only stops till the administration stuff. But once you want to become a developer, you kickstart with everything. You have to understand the Apex triggers. Yes.
Okay,
But
great.
it's not like I would say like more complex when you have a basic understanding for the knowledge. Development knowledge.
Yeah, great. Good question. So we can able to, at top of that, I would like to add one more point here. In administration, we have a two path. It's not a path, levels. One is a basic level and advanced level. So when we say advanced level, during that time, we need to be aware a little bit of knowledge on triggers because there will be a concept, the order of execution will be there. So where it will be taking a major role. So from there only we need to be think about all use cases, which one need to go and where we need to be go. That is a another big deal. Again, it will be come into the advanced administrator level. Yes, you can able to learn as Dinesh stated. It's very simple. There will be some event which we need to be aware of it. You can able to learn. And next question, again question from Sundar. Do we have chances with Copado robotic tool? Yeah, let me take this question, Dinesh, for now.
Yeah.
Yes, Copado, yes, guys, good to be here. You are asking Copado also here. So Copado is nothing but it's a DevOps solution which is developed by native Salesforce app development. So you guys, I just want to highlight few more things. Salesforce providing two different type of services. One SaaS, software as a services, and PaaS, platform as a services. With the help of a platform as a services, we can able to create our own customized product. So we can able to publish into the app exchange. Likewise, Copeda also become a very good demand in the market. You people go and check after this session. If you type Copedo, so it will be give you the redirection of the DevOps solution where Copedo robotic tool. Yes, we can able to learn to your question. We can able to learn. We can able to install into that Salesforce via App Exchange, or else there will be a separate tool for them. We can able to handle it. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, Sundar, thank you. Yeah, you are most welcome, Sundar. I mean job chances with CRT. What is mean by CRT? If you don't mind, could you elaborate? How about the job chances, Dinesh, from your point of view?
Sorry, Prabhu.
He's asking how job chances?
Oh, job. Yes, I would say there has been lot of demand for people who understands. I mean, as I mentioned, you are a QA person, and not with particularly with Salesforce, but you know the better understanding and strong knowledge in the QA. But there have been a lot of chances that you get when you learn the Salesforce, because I could see there is particularly a lot of companies are asking the QA persons as a Salesforce QA. Initially, this was not been a case, you know. Now I see, like, we see like automation testing, we see like manual testing, we see like ETL testing, just with the platform what they want, but not with a particular tool they want or an application they want. It's very rare cases. But I could see like a lot of companies are asking for Salesforce QA now. At least
Okay.
they need to have a certain knowledge on that, and some people insist on they need the certification of administration even for a QA. The only thing here is like they want a better understanding person who can test it the Salesforce application, not like in a general QA, you know. So you have a lot of scope when you learn the Salesforce concept, I would say. And for any role, as I mentioned, I just want to press this, this statement. Just go with the admin stuff first, so that will help you a lot to understand the Salesforce application. Later on, you can just place your interest in wherever you want, like in which role you want.
Okay, thank you, Dinesh. Yeah, I got a clear picture of this question again. CRT, which is nothing but a Copedo robotic tool. Okay, so as I stated, Sundar, like Copedo, there will be a lot of tools in Copedo with respect to the DevOps solution. For automation, to do the functional automation, what are the coverage we can come up with automation into Salesforce that we can able to do with Selenium, as you mentioned, the Tosca. And apart from that, Copedo robotic tool will help us to do the automate the DevOps solution. So not with the functional coverage automation. I hope I answered your question. So guys, Anish, Debashish, any questions from your end, guys? Okay, thank you. You are most welcome. We'll wait for another 30 seconds for your query, guys. Feel free to unmute and you can check out. Okay, fine, no problem. So I have a last note. I would like to share my screen again. So as Dinesh stated, like he took a path where you want to be started understanding of the Salesforce ecosystem with the trailhead, yes. And then apart from that, trailhead providing a developer edition org where we can do a hands-on. So no other DevOps solutions or no other cloud solution providing this kind of org and all. So that also we can able to do a hands-on and to explore. For that, I have been covered already a 4-day workshop, which I have been conducted 2 weeks before. So after this session, I will share the link. So you people give your credentials, sorry, your phone number and then email ID. Let me share those recording along with this one. So during the time, it will give you a clear picture. So if you want to be scale up with respect to Salesforce ecosystem, want to be become a Salesforce QA or Salesforce admin, surely you can able to do that. So market is really booming up. I hope you people saw everything in the WhatsApp, which I have been stated, the Salesforce coming into the Indian public sector. So there is a huge demand in the future, in near future. So likewise, you can able to learn more. I will be sharing this link, and next one I will be sharing my topmate link in here. So let me open up that here. So you people can find my all invites, everything will be available here. Or you want to be do with a one-to-one discussion, feel free to connect with me. You can schedule a meeting with me based upon your available. Let me confirm my availability also. Or else if you want to do a interview preparation also, you can use mock interview, resume review, everything we can able to do it with this medium. So I would like to share this also. So this all about guys today's session. If you have anything, we'll take it up. We'll wait for another 30 seconds before we wrap up. Once again, thank you everyone for spending this good amount of time during your busy
Uh,
schedule.
Hi, Prabhu. This is Sundar.
Yeah, Sundar.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, I'm actually on the process of, I'm learning actually the Salesforce part, but along with the flows and Apex triggers also. In fact,
Okay.
I joined in a course where it is covering the PD1 cert, okay? But since you said like admin, you have told two sets, right? Two certifications.
Yes.
One is
Yes.
admin, and another is
Advanced administrator.
yeah, advanced admin. Can we directly do the advanced admin? No, right?
Yes. No, we
Yeah.
can do.
Okay.
Again, there will be requiring basics Apex where I have been mentioned, right?
Correct. Correct. Okay. So, my main understanding is to like since I'm already in the Selenium test automation, I could see there are few calls which are coming up even though I'm not doing any Salesforce. I mean, doing in the sense like not having any Salesforce certification, not having a hands-on experience, but having a training experience. In fact, uh, what I understand is like if I wanted to get into automate test automation, like not like manual. So what exactly the tool that you guys would be uh, recommending, especially for the guys who are in India, not like Australia or like I could see like Copado CRT is much used in Australia and some other parts in Europe, but not here in India. I don't see like there is a company in Bangalore itself with the Copado, but I don't have, I mean, I don't see any sort of what do you say? The posts there, the posts related to the CRT tool in LinkedIn. So that is my uh, main question, like whether is it worth to know Copilot robotic tool and then get into the job?
No, with respect to you would like to enter into Salesforce platform, the beginner administrator is a key. That is a key entry that you have been already started with the help of the training program that you keep continue. A parallel, you can explore more on what is advanced administrator. There will be a career path where you can able to refer the trailhead. That also will help you. And with respect to automation, based on my experience for Salesforce automation, people are using Tosca. Again, it's based upon the business need, requirement. If they are working into the banking, say they would like to go with the license automation tool, or else they will be fall under into the open source Selenium. I never heard like Cypress and Playwright they are using for Selenium application. There is a small catch here where the dynamic URL and locators will be keep updating. So that is another big challenge for automation point of view. With respect to Copado, compared to more automation side, they will be using, as I mentioned, the DevOps side. You know, I have been certified 2x Copado um, expert, where I have been learned from my end, and I did a hands-on. So I'm still need to be explore on CRT as you mentioned, but based on my observation and analysis, it will be purely into that whatever they do for a validations, right, for with respect to the DevOps solution, that is they are going to be do. Even let me take another point where I need to be explore more, and I will come up with you. So, but Salesforce is pretty enough. That is a short answer. It's not really required to be have an Copado robotic tool since you already into automation streamline.
Thanks a lot, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you. That's great.
Fantastic. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't see any questions. Thank you, Dinesh, once again. So sharing your knowledge, and I hope it will be help many, but many one. So let's see. If you guys having any questions, you can feel free to ping me or connect me so that we can get clarify all your queries. Once again, thank you. See you all in the next another session. Thank you, Dinesh.
Th- Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks all.